Hey Randy, my name's Glenn, and I wanted to get this short video over to you that goes over improving social presence for your tree service business. I wanted to cover two main areas. The first thing I think is the website itself. So I know this is probably getting the job done. Is people are able to find you and contact you. There's some imagery in there. Leads can be collected and things of that nature. So that's definitely the right start. I think maybe where there could be opportunity there is to add a lot more content and a lot more pages. So if we think about websites and Google and how it looks at different businesses, it's basically a popularity contest. So it's looking for really the most authority, in terms of services and keywords and things of that nature. So I pulled up this, what I think is a really good site, and kind of let me just walk you through it really quickly. So you can see that there are a number of different tabs here, right? And you can click on them and get more of a description when you click on it. And then if you scroll down, it also talks a lot. There's a ton of information on the main web page and lots of different keywords that Google is going to look for. So when potential customers are Googling, your this site will probably come up and it's probably ranked really high. But and then there's also other things like there's interlinking, even though it's within the same website, Google gives you points for that. So that there's a ton of stuff. That's called search engine optimization. We can definitely talk about that. The other thing that I'll just talk about quickly is I think there's an opportunity within Facebook, and the way that this is laid out is you can use a tool called the Ads Manager, and there's a couple different areas. If you populate them, you can quickly develop an audience size. And just for your information, Facebook advertising, the ideal audience size is about 500,000 people. So I'm just going to type in, just some fictitious information like, say we were looking at, you know, Orlando, for example. We type that in, and you can see over to the right side here, the audience size is over 2 million. So it's way too big. We can play with the radius. We can bring it down to, say 10 mile radius. And you're going to see we just cut it in half very easily. There's a couple other levers that we have. So if we think about tree services, typically they're being marketed to homeowners. So homeowners they're probably 25 to 65 plus, but maybe we think that the lower end of the range, maybe we bring it up to like 27, for example, just for example purposes. And then you'll see this comes down a little bit more. The other thing we can do is we can add in special interests. There's a whole ton of them in there, but let's just say, like, again, thinking about homeowners, they may be interested in home improvement, right? If I put that in, and you can see we get almost at our number, 500,000 people. So you can play with these levers again, location, genders, age range, and special interests, get down to the right size. So that's something we can use. Again, that's Facebook Ads Manager, and that gets linked up with your Facebook account, to do that type of advertising. And then the last piece is really, with Facebook advertising, with Facebook itself, we can use what's called the ads library. And that's a way to kind of peer in and see what other tree service companies are doing in terms of advertising, when they launch their ads, what the ad copy looks like. And we can see what works well and borrow pieces of it, for our own advertising. So we can see here that these have been launched in August. If we keep scrolling, we can find other ads that were launched in July. I wanted to kind of to show you this one particular advertisement for Strobert Tree, which is in New Jersey, and they were launched in June of 2023. And the ad is successful. I think it, obviously if it's been running for a couple of months, they're probably getting a lot of leads with it. And the reason why is because it's using what's called the AIDA framework, which is the attention, interest, desire, and action. And you can see in this ad, the first sentence is the attention, Pennsylvania homeowners. The next two sentences really have to do with, getting the potential customer's interest. If you have a tree on your property raising a red flag, take 30 seconds to fill out the form below for a free estimate and peace of mind. So that's interesting to them. They're still looking at the ad. And then the next piece is desire. So obviously they want to make their property safe and have it removed, and they don't want their surrounding landscape to be damaged. So that's definitely a desire. And then there's some imagery to kind of go along with that, a huge tree being taken out of the way safely, and then it's opening it up and more room to do other things on the property. Last piece is the action. So we're trying to get the potential customer to take action. Getting a free estimate is always nice. If you click on that, get a quote. We're trying to get them to again to act on the advertisement. So I know that's a lot. That's high level. There's a lot more detail behind it, but I want to just point out again, potential website improvements, and then also Facebook advertising. I think is an area that could be helpful too. So anyway, I hope you find this interesting, and I hope to follow up with you shortly. Thanks for your time, Randy. Okay, bye.